Hi everyone, in this tutorial we will see conditional statements in Python. In Python we have three types of conditional statements: if else, if else later. Let's see each one by one. If statement. When we have to use if statement. Suppose we want to execute some block of code only when the condition is true. When the condition is false, we don't want to execute any block of code. At that time we will use if statement. Let's see how the if block or execution flow will occur. Like this is if statement. If the condition mentioned within the parentheses, this condition is true, it will go to the true block and execute the code whatever we write in this block. If it is false, it will not do anything. It will simply skip the block and it will execute whatever we write after the if block. This is how if condition will be evaluated. If else statement. If we see in the previous, if only if the condition is true, then only if block is evaluated. If it is false, nothing will happen and the code whatever written after the if, that will be executed. And suppose we have a condition like if the statement is true, we have to execute some code. If it is false, we have to execute some code. At that time we will use if else statement. Example, we want to check whether a person is eligible for vote or not. A person age is 21. We want to check if he is eligible for vote or not. Age greater than or equal to 18. If a person has age greater than or equal to 18, he is eligible to vote. Then we can use print eligible. Else print not eligible. Since age is 21, here 21 greater than or equal to 2, he is eligible to vote. Suppose we have a value like 10. Here in the age variable the value will be 10. 10 greater than or equal to 18, which is a false. So it will be evaluated to false and it will go to the else condition. And here it will print not eligible. Since he has having an age less than 18, hence he is not eligible for voting. So this is how the if else statement is used. When we have some logic to be executed when the condition is true, or like we want to execute some other block when the condition is false, at the time we will use if else statement. This is the workflow or code flow, we can call it as, for if else statement. If condition, this is the condition here. If of condition, if it is true, it will go to if block. Here whatever the code we will write here, that will be executed when the condition is true. Suppose if this condition is false, it will not execute this block. It will directly go to else block and it will execute this. Whatever code we write here, it will execute the code in the else block. This is how execution will work in if else condition. If else ladder, how this will be executed? Like in the earlier we have seen like voting system. Suppose if we want to perform some interest operations, like if a person has taken a loan of some 1 lakh rupees, he want to pay on not a loan one, let's see another one. Okay, suppose we are traveling in a bus and we may have multiple there will be a construction on the ticket based upon the age. If a person is less than 3 or 4 years, that person will have no ticket fee. If a person is greater than 4 years, then a ticket must be taken for him. If a person age is greater than 16 years, here it is called old age people or like that, and there will be a concession on the ticket, like around 2% to 5% discount. Like when we want to evaluate multiple conditions, at the time we will use if else. If suppose a person age is 2, age less than 4, print have to take ticket. Sorry, ticket not required, right? Ticket not required. Else if age greater than 4, print have to take ticket. Else if, or we can directly okay, we will take it as else if age greater than, and here we have to write age less than 64, as for 64 we are handling separately. If age greater than 64, he is a like a, old age person, and for this print eligible for discount on the ticket, or else if there were any other conditions you want to mention, you can mention here. This is how if else ladder will work. This is the condition flow or workflow how the if else condition statement will work. If this condition is true, it will evaluate the code, whatever the written in this block, and it will end the loop. Suppose if this condition is not true, it will come to else if. It will check whether if this condition is true or not. If it is true, it will execute this and end the loop. Suppose this condition is also not true, it will come to here. If it is true, it will execute statement 3 and it will close the if condition. If this is also not true, finally it's moved to else block and it will execute whatever we wrote here. This is how if else ladder will work. Let's see each one by one with an example. If statement. Here we have a number 10. We want to check whether the variable a is an even number or odd number. If a mod 2 double equal to 0, print even number. Like we know, like whenever we do divide any number with 2, if the remainder is 0, we will get we will know that it is an even number. If it whenever we divide any number with 2 and the output will be an odd number, then it is an output will be like not 2, it will be an odd number. Let's see what it print. Even number. Since 10 mod 2 if double equal to 0, it will print even number. Let's see if else statement. Here we will see the same example we have seen earlier. Age of a person is 19. Here a person is having an age 19. If the age of the person is greater than 18, he is eligible for vote. If the age is not greater than 18, he is not eligible for vote. Let's see the output. Since the age is 19, 19 greater than 18, so he is eligible for vote. Let's give him 12, like his age is 12. So if you see here, he is not eligible for a vote. Now let's see if else later. We will see the same example, whatever we discussed earlier. Now execute this one. Ticket not needed. Since the age of a person is 2, like whenever we are traveling in a bus, if the age is less than 4, it like we do not take ticket for that person. Let's see if an age is 20. So age 20, it will come in this expression like age greater than 4 and less than 60. So like when the age between 4 greater than 4 and less than 60, he has to take ticket and there will be no discount on the ticket. If you see here, same is printed. This one is printed. He has to take that ticket and no discount. Like if we see the RTC buses, whenever a person is having greater than 60 years, there will be some concession on the ticket price, like 20% or 10% discount will be given. So if you see here, I have given the age 62 and this condition is false, 62 greater than 4, which is a false. And here also, age 62 greater than 4, this is true, but 62 greater than 60, it is a false. This n will according to two table of n. When both the conditions are true, then only its block of code will be executed. Since it is false, it will go to next line, else if. 64 greater than 60, which is a true. Then this statement is executed. Have to take ticket, and person have 20% discount on the ticket. If the person is having okay, and suppose if a person is having greater than 100 years, then according to our system, he is completely free to travel anywhere. So if you see here, this condition also not satisfied because the age must be less than 100 in order to get ticket, and he can avail 20% discount on the ticket. Since his age is greater than 101, it will go to else statement and it will print like free ticket. He is eligible for free ticket. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you all.